I originally started this channel back in early 2016 because I wasn't feeling well, I was sick, and I wanted to change what I was doing with my life, and I wanted to document that to kind of keep myself accountable for my progress. A week after I released that first video, I was hospitalized, and I didn't get to come home for 6 months, and I went through a lot. If you know me, if you've followed my channel at all, you'll know I went through a lot between February and July of 2016. And in the hospital, I created a few update videos, just so I could kind of show friends and family that I was doing okay, all things considered. And then when I got home, I kind of realized that I was in a unique position to talk about certain things like comas, for instance, ICU delirium, which I actually want to do some videos on, and that sort of thing. I got really lucky in 2016 in a lot of different ways. I was close to a great hospital, both here and in Denver. I had my now wife, then girlfriend Rachel, advocating for me all the way through. You know, luckily she's got a lot of medical experience and is able to talk to doctors and nurses in a way that gets things done, or in a way that when they explain something, she can dumb it down for me. Overall, like I said, I had a great support team. With her, with the doctors, with my family. I got really lucky. I'm lucky to be able to make this video right now. There were multiple nights where the doctors didn't think I was going to make it, and I remember some of those nights. So since I've been home, I've been making videos periodically talking about medical stuff and what it's like to go through a lot of the stuff that I went through. And while I knew that I was in a unique position to do that and talk about those things, one of the things that I didn't take into consideration before I started releasing videos is that while I understand I was lucky, what I didn't take into consideration is that people would cling on to my story in hopes that it would be the story for them or their family member or their loved one or their whoever. And over the course of the last couple of years, I've had several people reach out to me and ask me for advice about, hey, my brother's in a coma, my brother-in-law's in a coma, my best friend's in a coma, my mom was just diagnosed with Wegener's, like what you've got. What do I do? My responses have almost become canned, not because I've become numb to it or because I don't care, but because I'm not a doctor and I don't know. I can tell you from the patient's perspective what they would like, what might help them from my experience. But I had the perfect storm of chaos and team members and everything good and bad that could have happened. I had that perfect storm. And there are a lot of people out there, like Wegener's, or granulomatosis with polyangiitis, affects both males and females almost evenly. It typically, though, only statistically speaking, typically attacks people who are almost 60 or I say 55 and above. And a lot of the people I talk to have had, guys my age or older, like, hey, my mom was just diagnosed and they want to put her in a coma. What do I do? I don't know. I can tell you what happened from my perspective and what made me feel okay. But I was 34 when I got sick, when I was hospitalized. Again, I had a great team of doctors and support around me when I was hospitalized. So it's interesting to be in the position I'm in and talk about my situation and have other people grab onto it the way they do in hopes that their person in their life that's going through something similar will have a similar outcome. And I think what's the most heartbreaking for me is most of the people who reach out to me stop reaching out after a period of time. And I don't know why. I want to think in my head that, you know, their loved one got better and they've just moved on. That's what I want to think. That's what I hope for. But I think there's part of me that believes that, you know, some of these people didn't make it, and that kills me. I mean, pardon the bad terminology there, but emotionally, it's, I mean, obviously I'm not going through what their family members, the people who reached out to me, I'm not going through that, and I'm thankful for that, but it's just weird to know that I was one of the lucky ones, and that people use my story as a point of reference, as a goal for their own story. And I wanted to make this video kind of to talk about the fact that I was very, very lucky. Again, I had the perfect storm of everything that kept me alive through all of that. And my results aren't typical, especially with the diseases I've got, with the conditions I've got, with everything I went through. My results aren't typical. And the reality is, if it hadn't been for my team specifically doing what they did, when they did, how they did, I wouldn't be here. So if you've got a loved one who's got Wegener's granulomatosis with polyangiitis, or you've got somebody who's in a coma, and you want to know what to do, I've made videos about that. Please, again, feel free to reach out to me and ask me questions. But just know that I got lucky, and more than once we didn't think I was going to make it. So I hope, I don't know what I hope. I hope you're watching this video out of curiosity and not hoping that my story will be reflected in yours, because the reality is it may not be. So, so if you're looking for more heartwarming, life-changing, mood-lifting videos like this, I'm kidding there, of course, feel free to subscribe. I'd love to know your thoughts, any comments you got down in the comment section below. And I'm going to try to start making more videos, hopefully happier videos, more personal experience videos as far as what I went through. We'll just kind of go from there. But if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.